Hey guys, Tom here with cellphonetrack.com, and today we have the Dell Aero review for the AT&T market. The Dell Aero is currently only available at dell.com. Anyways, go to facebook.com and twitter.com, and there you will find Cellphone Trek. So go ahead and hit the like button on Facebook, and when you find Cellphone Trek, and go to Twitter, follow at Cellphone Trek, and follow us there, and you will have the latest cell phone news in under 140 characters. Also, the Dell Aero is at dell.com. It will not be at AT&T.com for quite some time, or at a local AT&T store anytime soon, but it will be there before Christmas. So hopefully you have some time, get some money saved up, be able to buy this phone. So let's just jump into the full review. All right. Look, I made the battery back come off because I wanted to show you something. This is a very, very proprietary back. We have a 3.5-inch touchscreen. It's very fingerprint heavy. Very, very fingerprint heavy. Every surface on this phone will definitely be able to pick up some fingerprints. It's 3.5-inch NHD display. Works in direct sunlight. I'm talking sun, heat of the day, noon, was walking around with this phone using it, and bam. We have a 5-megapixel autofocus camera. We have volume control buttons. We have the menu key. We have the back key and the power button. And then here we have the 2GB micro SD card. You press this down, you can pull this out. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. 2GB micro SD card. The SIM card slips into here. This is a very proprietary Dell built battery, you can tell. It has this one little notch that slides in. It's only 1,000 mAh, so I was really, I was like, wait a minute, like, why only 1,000? And basically the reason is because this phone is running a Android 1.5. It only has a 624 megahertz processor, so with all that combined, it gets you basically through the day. I use this phone for an entire day, surfing the web, calling people, running a couple Android apps, and it works real well, pretty easy. A SIM card fits in here, but you see this little, there's this little notch doohickey, and basically you have to take the battery out, move this over, and then shove your SIM card in. So very convoluted to get your SIM card in there. Back snaps on, it's real nice. Now that we got that all fixed up, let's just go ahead, give her a good clean, and continue on with the full review. So, basically turn the phone on by turning the power on, hold it down, it's going to come up. As it comes up, give you an idea of some other options. It's a very cheap phone. It's $99 on contract. It's going to cost $299 off contract. It is a mid-range phone such as the Backflip or the HTC Aria. It's a mid-range Android powered device. Now, a lot of people in my industry don't like this phone. Personally, it's also a world phone. You can use it in over 220 countries. Personally, I don't know why they don't like this phone. Maybe they were expecting with Dell's initial launch into the smartphone market after, a long time. If you guys can remember the Dell Axiom, hooray for you. It's definitely going to date yourself. We were the X3, even older. Nice. Anyways, it's still a really good phone. I think Dell did it right with this phone, because if you launch this device, if you launch a smartphone, especially on AT&T, trying to compete with the iPhone 4 sales, if you're trying to compete with the Captivate sales, you're trying to compete with other markets with Droid X and all these super phones. So what they did is Dell, in my opinion, has come out with the best mid-range phone that could possibly be made. First off, we have a 5-megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash. Now, Motorola's Backflip had a 5-megapixel camera and an LED flash, but it wasn't that good. The camera on here is actually really, really nice. Plus, you don't have some crappy back-flipping keyboard. That's real nice. You have a good battery length. You have 3G capability. You have a full HTML browser on here with pinch to zoom technology, which everyone has become accustomed to. Dedicated phone, browser, messaging, email up here at the top. 4 home screens. Runs Android, so you have the ability for Android apps. You can also, on top of that, extend this up. This is 4 home screens. You can actually go up to 10 home screens. You can customize everything. Another thing is it's a great one-handed phone. This is one of the few one-handed phones you never have to use 2 hands with unless you want to. You can set your panels, which is you can go up to, this is where you change from 4 home screens up to 10 million, but 10. You can change your wallpaper or add an app or widget. And then you go back. It's perfectly designed for right or even left-handers, because all you're doing is utilizing your index finger and your thumb, and then when you want to go ahead, you can use your thumb like this to go back and forth, or you can start texting and typing if you're left-handed or right-handed. It's perfect, fits in both phones, has a nice curve to it. Now it's made out of a cheap plastic, it feels like it's a cheap plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. Like it's plastic, it's not like heavy duty like steel or tin plate or something like that. It's definitely made out of a plastic, but it feels strong, has a good weight, has a good center core to it. That's the best way I can describe it to you. You have Facebook and Twitter apps, you have dedicated YouTube client, here's your camera. Camera's super simple. Autofocus, easy, take the shot, you're done. Just super easy stuff. You back up out of here, just a bunch of different options: image size, white balance, color tone, contrast, sharpness, etc. You have 8x digital zoom in here as well. You can go into video recording mode. You can record in VGA quality as well. That's just really nice stuff. Browser's pretty nice. Let's open this up. Going to att.myyahoo.com. Pretty standard. This is the page this is the home page. You can change your home page, it's pretty standard. You have your menu up here, but if you don't want to access it, you can access your menu via the menu button on the side. Go back, pretty standard. Go ahead and go up in here, you type on that. Type on your keyboard. Your cell phone track that we went to earlier. We'll go. Switch it. It's going to load up cell phone track right here. Pretty fast, pretty quick. Again, utilizing AT&T's 3G speeds. Start going across the website. This is a back button. You can set up multiple windows in here. It's pretty nice, pretty easy. Or if you want, touch the screen. That plus mark, that will go ahead and add this page as a favorite, which you should favorite cell phone track. You can pinch to zoom, like we were talking about earlier. It'll auto-correct the text for you. And then to get out of there, go home. Hold down the back key. Should take you back to the home screen if you hold down the back key. That's pretty easy stuff. The call quality on here was superb. Speaker quality on here was real nice. But sometimes it would be bad, but I think that was not so much to do with me, but on their connection themselves. Show you some messaging. Type a new message, enter text. You have a full QWERTY keyboard. Without haptic feedback, it was a little disappointing, but you actually go into landscape. Now the keyboard changing between positions is a little sluggish, but it's basically just making sure that you want it in the right position. Typing with 2 hands like this is the only part where you really need to go to 2 hands. Pretty simple, real quick. Hello, how was your day? So overall, I think this is one of the best mid-range Android powered devices out there. Now, a heavily skinned, Dell heavily skinned this phone. This is a Dell user interface that they created using on top of Android 1.5. People complain, it's not up to date, it's not the best. But the fact that it's so heavily skinned, Android was on here basically to help you with, access to the Android apps, access to all the Google services as well. So it's a really, really good phone. Again, it's the Dell Aero for the AT&T market. It's at Dell.com at $99 on contract. It's a super great buy. $300 off contract, definitely really nice. 5 megapixel camera, full HTML browsing, a really, really great device. Again, my name is Tom from cellphonetrek.com. Go to cellphonetrek.com every day for your latest cell phone news and review. Again, remember, Facebook and Twitter, we're there. You should be there. And something else that rhymes with that. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you have yourself a great day.